It's Coast to Coast with Mike, your host. It's the YouTube show that helps you cash in most. His track record's phenom, his cashing rate is the bomb, and it's all brought to you by RacingDudes.com. And now, the host of your show, Mike Somich.
Hey everybody, and welcome to Coast for Saturday, July 7th, 2018. I'm your host, Mike Somich, and it's officially Stars and Stripes Day. Not sure if it's for the race over at Arlington or the festival over in New York, but either way, we're going to touch on both of them in this program. But before we get to that, I got to give a shout out to our boy Saratoga Slim.
Saratoga Slim.
He is absolutely crushing it on RacingDudes.com. He's got an awesome article up called Generation Now. It's a new series that he's doing about up-and-coming trainers on the New York circuit. It's a great way to get an idea of who might be able to come through at a price up at Saratoga, so you make sure you're reading these. He's already got his first up. It's on a trainer named Jonathan Thomas, who's hitting it close to 50% at Belmont, and it's awesome in turf sprint. So make sure you check these out. They're really going to help you out from a handicapping perspective, finding trainers that you may not know the name, but know what they're able to or capable of doing. Now, we know why you're here. You want to get in some picks. So let's start out at Belmont with the Stars and Stripes Festival, and let's kick it over to Aaron. Aaron, let's go coast to coast. Who do you like?
What is up, everybody? Excited to be here for a Saturday preview on Coast to Coast. Hopefully Thursday and Friday you cashed in on the Iowa Festival of Racing, and now I'm going to talk about a track that's a lot bigger and a track you probably heard of. That's Belmont Park. An incredible day of racing going on at Belmont Park on Saturday. The Stars and Stripes Festival of Racing, basically what they call it. Race 10 is the race I'm going to talk about. It is the Grade 1 Belmont Derby for 3-year-olds going a mile and a quarter on the turf. So this always just brings out an incredible field, and there's no doubt it has done it once again today. And this year as a field of 9, and really you could see a lot of different horses having a shot to win here. I went on top with number 3, Analyze It. I thought it was going to be tricky. This horse was defeated last time out by Catholic Boy, who's in this race, but I still really like Analyze It. Chad Brown kind of said, hey, maybe the horse wasn't quite fit for that race. He looked completely home free in the stretch, looked like he was going to win. Maybe he hung, maybe he got tired. Chad Brown, very confident to Analyze It here, but I didn't think he would be the 5-2 favorite. So, and I'm hoping that's not going to be the case. Hopefully a horse like number 4, who's my second choice, Hunting Horn, coming in for Aidan O'Brien after a win at Royal Ascot. That's not easy. And he's also, he won that race at a mile and a quarter. So he is prepared for this distance. So hopefully he takes some money. And my third choice is Catholic Boy, who won the Pennine Ridge that I referred to, beat Analyze It, giving Analyze It his first loss. Catholic Boy tried the Kentucky Derby Trail after winning the Grade 2 Rimson to round out his 2-year-old year, but it didn't go so well. A second in the Sam F. Davis and then a no-show in the Florida Derby. He had a little bit of a bleeding problem in that race. Moved him back to the turf and things went very well. He won the Pennine Ridge, and he's coming into this race with a big shot. So Catholic Boy will be my third choice. Fourth choice, I went Hawkish. Just a real eye-catching victory in the Grade 2 Pennsylvania Mile. Last time out, now stretches out to a mile and a quarter. Toner really knows how to win with turf horses, so I think Hawkish is a horse you better look for, maybe coming in underneath, as well as My Boy Jack. I like My Boy Jack underneath as well. So if you're looking at playing exactas and tries, those are some horses I'd throw in underneath. As far as a $10 wager in this race, I'm going to make it simple. $10 to win on number 3, Analyze It. I just think this horse is going to bounce back. I thought going into the Pennine Ridge he was the best turf horse for 3-year-olds, males in the country, and I still believe he's going to prove that to be fact. So number 3, Analyze It, is going to be the $10 wager for me, 10 to win on Analyze It. Top 4 will be 3, 4, 7, and 8. Good luck if you're playing Belmont. It is a fantastic betting card.
All right, now I'm going to go to the Stars and Stripes race over at Arlington. It's a mile and a half on the turf, Grade 3 for 3-year-olds and up. I really like the 2-horse here, Ketcho Endai. I'm on the same page as Jared was on the Blinkers Off podcast. I think this horse has just been running against a lot better. 3 back, it got claimed out for $40,000. It shouldn't have been in a $40K claimer. Last 2 races, it ran against the best turf horses in the world, including High Happy, Sadler's Joy, Robert Bruce, Spring Quality. The list goes on. Probably shouldn't have been in those either. Not quite that good. But this is a decent spot for it. We're in a grade 3 here. The field came up a little bit light. There's really 4 logical horses in my mind. And I think that this horse has been running really well. When you look at those last 2 races, yeah, it finished 10th last race, but it missed by 2.5 lengths to the best turf horses in the world. If, Robert Bruce, High Happy, Sadler's Joy are in this race, they're 1-5. So I'm happy to take that 5-1 morning line here. For second, I'm going to go right to the outside of him, a horse named Slim Shady. Slim Shady is a really well-known horse, been around forever. This is actually his 75th start. Way to go, Slim Shady. I like the fact he's really consistent. I think that at 8-1, he's a good value in this spot. I don't think this field is that difficult. And I love the fact that Maker's taking him here off the claim. Mike Maker's a really good claim horse, a claimer trainer, especially going long on the turf. So I think this is a nice spot to find for him. I think the value is there with 8-1. For third, I'm going to go to the horse that I think is actually most logical to win. That's going to be the 9-horse Canassar. Canassar's 4th start here in the U.S. this time. It's improved every one of the previous 3 starts. Last time was going 2 miles. That might have been just a little bit too long for him. So I think shortening down to 1.5 miles should be good. I like the improvement that I've seen. I think that if he shows up with that last race, he's probably going to be right there in the top 3. I would have him on top, except I really like the last 2 efforts from Kecho Endai, and I like the value on Slim Shady. For fourth, I'm going to go to Arklow, your morning line favorite, who I actually don't think is going to go off as the favorite, who's been running against some very good horses as well. Last time we saw Arklow, he missed to Yoshida. I do think there's some value there, but I just don't think that he's going to be quite as good as the others in this spot. So for me, I'm going to go 2, 3, 9, 4. And I'm just going to play a simple 50-cent trifecta. I'm going to go 2-9 over 2-9 over 2-3-4-9. Good luck, guys. I hope everyone has a great Stars and Stripes day, either way, Arlington or Belmont. Make sure you're betting the full Arlington card. It's great. I also absolutely love the Delaware Oaks. I'm a huge fan of Red Ruby. She absolutely freaked at Pimlico. I think she's going to run a huge race here and really cement herself as the 4th contender in that 3-year-old filly group. So hopefully she runs big for me. I hope everyone has a wonderful day. Make sure you go to racingdudes.com where you can find all free picks on every single track. Make sure you listen to Blinkers Off. You can get the picks from Aaron and Jared on the Blinkers Off preview podcast on Thursday, and Magic and I will be wrapping everything up on Monday. You can also follow me on Twitter, SamoBomb18, and see who we pick in all the big races coming up for this weekend. That'll be out sometime midday. Thanks for watching Coast to Coast, brought to you by RacingDudes.com. I've been your host, Mike Somich. You can follow me at SamoBomb18 on Twitter, and you can follow the Racing Dudes at Racing_Dudes. Make sure to check out the Blinkers Off podcast, available on Apple, iTunes, Stitcher, and where you get your favorite podcasts. Don't forget to check out RacingDudes.com for all the previews and race reviews every single week.